Alright guys, welcome back for video 10 of 15 of the series. Okay, now we're on New Zealand Canadian dollar on the 15-minute chart, and in the previous video I started to sort of ease my way into showing potential targets. Okay, so if we were looking to get a potential reversal set up, we've got to have an idea of where we're looking to get out of the market. Okay, and it's always going to be equal highs or equal lows depending on which direction you're trading in. Alright, so as we've had this move down, I always highlight these areas. Okay, so I haven't touched on this in previous videos because I didn't want to get into targets during the process of trying to teach the setup. Right, so when I go through my charts, I only trade Aussie dollar, US dollar, Euro, US dollar, and GBP, US dollar, so pound dollar. Okay, so they're the three main currencies I trade. But in this series, I've gone through crypto, I've gone through metals, I've gone through oil, and quite a few or several forex pairs. Right, so it's always important to highlight levels where there's potential stops sitting above or below, depending on if they were lows, you'd be looking below the lows. Okay, so above these highs there's going to be stops sitting above there. Okay, so anyone that went short, you're going to have stop losses above here, trailed to here, sellers here with stop losses, and they trail the stops to here. And the idea is with this setup, you're catching a reversal to go and then take out the stops of these traders. Okay, so let me just start with the setup. We'll go through the setup and I'll explain everything as I'm going along. Okay, so if you haven't already seen the basic training video, it's the first video in this series. Okay, go back to that video, it'll be linked down below, and look at the video in order to understand the 4-step process that we got for this trade plan. Okay, so there's 4 questions that I need answering. So equal highs and lows, have they been ran, have we had a rejection, have we had a break of structure? Okay, so I'll go through that now, but I'm not going to be numbering them up on this chart. Okay. Alright, so pay attention now, we're still getting highs here. Okay, so again we're getting more sellers in the market. Stop loss is sitting above here. Alright. And notice every time we get these lows, okay, so people who are trying to call the bottom of the market and think they've got the bottom, trying to go long, getting stopped out. So there's drive price through these lows. Okay, so equal lows, Wiki is showing a rejection there, looking to get people in long, just drive through that level there again. Okay, so notice the large level of support being built up here. So what's going to be coming in here? There's going to be buyers coming into the market with stops below. Okay, so we've just had a drive through the lows. Okay, so the last bit of structure before this drop through here was this level here. Okay, so this level here. Okay, so clean lows, drive down. Okay, so at this point now we've had the equal lows. right? We've had drive through them. So these are my 4 questions, right? Have we got equal lows? Yes. Have the lows been ran? Yes. Okay. Has price rejected? Yes, it has. And has there been a break in market structure? Okay, so that is the break in structure right there. Okay, so like I said in the previous videos, I like to see some little bit of structure before the break, right? So it gives me an area so I could potentially be looking to get in. It also gives me an area where I can have a tight stop loss, so I'm not getting in the market and having a stop loss right below these lows. Okay, so in this case here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. Okay. Now see this down candle here, this black candle. Okay, that would be an area where I'd be looking to get in the market. Okay, so once we've had the breaker structure up here, I'm looking for a pull back into it in order to get my position long. Okay, and then my stop loss is going to sit underneath the low. Okay, so underneath that candle there. Right there. Okay, so that's going to be my stop. Alright, then my entry is going to be sitting right there. Okay, so, and then the idea is then we're going to be targeting all these highs. Okay. Okay, so right there, that was the entry. Okay, so we've got in right there. Okay, stop loss is sitting underneath here. As you can see, first high has been taken out. That's the second high getting tagged. Okay, now notice what's going on here. Okay, so if you had a trailed stop loss, like I said in the last video, if you trailed your stop loss underneath these lows, underneath this level of support, because as everyone knows, resistance becomes support. What happens here, they drive through support again to take the stops before continuing long again. Okay. So everyone had a stop loss underneath here, has now been taken out of the market. And that's right there, that's the third high that we were looking at. Okay, so from this setup, you've got first high there, second high there, third high there. Okay. That's that last high there. Okay, so right there, we're looking for a run above these highs. Okay, so that was the final run above them highs that we were looking for. Okay, to target the stops. Now, the reason this is stopped like this is where price closed on Friday. Okay, so look how it burst through. If you look at these previous highs here, these equal highs, okay, look how it burst through them to take the stops. Okay, so anybody that was short up here expecting a long-term trade has now been taken out of the market right there. Okay, now this is why it's important to have targets. Alright, so like I said in my last video, you don't want to be trailing your stop behind price, because this is what happens, right? So you've got a swing low here, right here, they were taken out. Okay, if you trailed your stop to here, that was then taken out again. Okay, now once you get in your position, have your stop loss set, leave your stop loss alone and leave it until it gets really close to target. Now if I was looking to move my stop into profit, it wouldn't be until we're around here. Okay, so you've got these lows, let them get ran. Once you get it back above this level of structure here, then you can start looking to move your stop loss. Okay, but you need to let price go for quite some time. Don't be scared in the market to, and let it cause you to move your stop loss behind price too tight, because if you got stopped at here, you would have made profit from here to here, and then you would have missed out on the rest of the move. Right, so this is what's killing a lot of traders. Okay, they're not holding to target, and they're getting scared of the market too early. Right, so again, this is just another example of the setup. Okay, equal lows, run through. Okay, rejection, break a structure, retest. Right, and like I said, I always like to see the structure before the break. Okay, so we had this high here. Okay, and there was a down candle there that caused the move up. Right, so if I just remove all the drawings, okay, make it a little bit cleaner, it was this specific candle right there, this black candle right there. Okay, so when price moved above structure, it came back down and retested that exact candle right there. Okay, so this is the preferred entry that I always have now. So I used to be looking for a retest when I was learning this early on. I'd be looking for a retest of just that market structure. Okay, so I'd have my stop loss down here. Okay, and I was looking for a retest, so I'd be getting in there, and then I'd have to sit through this bit of drawdown here. Okay, and it really affected my risk to reward. Now, it took a long time for me to study what's going on in here in order to get this better entry, and it happens very, very often. Right, so the bit of structure that causes the move out to break previous structure, that is the point where you're looking for a retest. Okay, so equal lows, run through, rejection, break a structure, pull back into structure. That's the down candle that caused that little rally out of there. That's the entry, stop loss below, and then that's up to targets then. And like I said, we were going to be targeting all these levels here. Okay, the flat spots in the market. Okay, so that's where our stops are going to be sitting. Now, it ultimately could be targeting this high up here, but obviously the market did stop on Friday at this price. Okay, so price isn't currently moving at the moment. All right, so we'll have to see how it goes next week. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, this is New Zealand CAD. It's a cross pair, so New Zealand dollar, USD CAD, so New Zealand dollar, US dollar, and then US dollar, Canadian dollar. Them two major pairs make up this cross pair. Okay, so I don't trade this pair, but it does happen in all currencies. Okay, the same setup. I've been asked in Twitter, I think it was, where someone said, "Oh, but I've seen a few of your videos and it seems like you're cherry picking these setups." Now, it's alright saying that I'm cherry picking them, and yes I am, but if you haven't got a clean setup, why would you take it? Okay, so if you understand the 4-step rule in this setup, right, if it's not clean and you decide not to take it because it isn't clean, isn't that cherry picking the setup? That's what you got to think. You need to cherry pick the best setup, the cleanest setup, in order to get the best win rate on your trades. Okay, if you're taking messy setups and they're not playing out, there's a reason for it. Okay, you're not thinking about it, you're just taking it because it's like it looks okay. You really want a clean setup. Take a really clean setup, make it look good. The cleaner these lows are, like I said in I think my 3rd or 4th video, I can't remember, the cleaner they are, the lows, the better. Okay, so if you can get really clean lows like these and they get ran through and then you break structure, that is such a nice setup. Okay, because it is a good level of support where there's going to be stops sitting underneath. Alright, so that'll do it for this video. All links will be in the description below, so like I said, if you haven't already watched them, go to the basic training video. Okay, in the next 5 videos I'm going to be playing through the chart, and I'm not going to be drawing on it until the very end. So I want you guys to see, after seeing 10 videos of me doing this, I want you guys to see a chart play out. I will talk over the chart, okay, as we run stops, as we break structure and the entry, but then I want you guys to be able to see it without drawing on the screen. Okay, and then once I've gone through that, we'll look at pausing the video, give you guys a couple of minutes to have a look at the chart played out, see if you can spot it, and then I'll drop the drawings on the end. Okay, so that's how I'm going to do the next 5 videos, to try and get you guys to see it as it's playing out. Right, so like I say, that'll do it for this video. I will see you in the next one.